Hi guys, I'm here to show another journal that I've completed. This one is actually an altered book, and I did not want the threads to show on the seam. So what I did was I sewed the signatures into a piece of cardboard. I don't think you can see it, but it's inside here. And then I used the double-sided tape and some glue and stuck it in and kept it closed for a while to make sure it would stay in there. This is a book that I got from the Goodwill. It's about 5¼ by 7½. I don't believe I've used any of the pages that were originally in the book, but I'll go ahead and get started anyway. Because the book ended up being so chunky, I had to punch holes in there and use some ribbon to keep the book closed. So, and it's only secured by a knot, so if you want to change that out, you can change it out. It just slides in and slides out. But I'll go ahead and get started. So again, it's an altered book. So this is a pocket, and the reason this pocket is here is because I needed to attach my actual pages to the book and make sure that it wouldn't come out. So this page goes up to about here, and I watched Ephemera's Garden. I don't know if she gave a tutorial, she just explained how she did it, but that's what I did also, because I really do not care for the binding to be on the back of the book. Otherwise I would have to put something additional on the back to cover it up. So this is what I did, and this is to use up scrap paper. So that's a pocket. This is a download, and these are just pieces that I had left, and I used the Stampin' Up! I don't know what it's called. It's a tag punch, and I just punch the top of those. So I'll put those back in there. And I believe most of the pages are in here are tea dyed, so coffee dyed, I apologize. This is a pocket. I put a piece of ribbon trim on there, and this is just a piece that was left over. I did not want to have any paper left over from this stack. I want to get it used up and be done with it. And this is an actual die. It's a Spellbinders birdcage, die. And this is from, what is this paper collection called? If you see this, you'll know what it's called. It's from last year, and I think I have one more stack to get rid of, so I want to get rid of that one too. And this is actually a Pinterest download also. And those just slide back in there. And this is the Finnabair stamp. And this is the Tim Holtz butterfly die. I just punched it out with some of the paper. And what I did is I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. I used some embossing powder on there. Once it was melted, I did it again. I just put some more Versamark on there and added more embossing powder to make it not so fragile. So, and this is a coffee filter that I don't use these filters anymore, so I use them in here. And this is a download. And this is from Michael's. I believe it's a Recollections doily. And this is the paper stack that I'm still trying to use up. So, and that's a stamp. This is a printable. I'm not sure who it's from right now, but if you wanted to know, it's an actual journal kit, and I just had this paper extra, so I used it in here. And this is a pocket. I put some lace and a ribbon on here to create the pocket. A brown glassine bag, and it has some tags in the inside. So, an envelope using the We Are Memory Keepers envelope punch board, and this one I forgot to slit right here to keep it closed, so I just put some after the fact, put some ribbon through it to keep it closed. So this is a printable. This is a tag that I punched from the paper stack. I'm gonna put in a pocket. This is the other side of that glassine bag, and this is a piece of paper that was left over. I used the Martha Stewart edge punch on it. And some pieces of paper and journaling pieces are inside the envelope, and it opens at the top. And I also included a large tag that can fit in there too. So again, the punch. And on this one, it's a download. But however, when I printed it, the words, they transposed. So it's if you were going to iron it onto something. And I wasn't going to iron it on anything, but I still thought it was kind of cute. So I left it in here. And just paper for journaling inside the envelope. This is the other side of that printable. I want to say it's from Tsunami Rose, from her Etsy shop. And this is from the same paper stack. This is a printable, and this is die cut with the Tim Holtz. And I just cut this out and adhered it to make a tuck spot. A pocket with some tags in it. And one day I just stayed up and coffee dyed, I would say maybe about 75 sheets of paper, but I'm almost through that, so I'll be doing another day of coffee dyeing. This is another from Tuesday morning pack. I just cut it out. It's in a 12 by 12 stack, so. And that's a cutout from the packaging that you get the tags in, so I just adhered it to the back of there. And this is a pocket that I made. The pocket is actually from the Jelly Bean pocket die. So I cut that out. And then these tags are in here. I stuck in here. And this one and this one are the same. This is from the back of the packaging telling you that this is what's in there. So I didn't plan it. It just kind of worked out that way. So I thought it was really cool. But this is a Recollections. So is this. This is a piece of trim. This is an I Am Roses flower that I took apart. And under these are I Am Roses flowers also. And this is a Prima Butterfly. This is a piece from Joanne Fabric. It's on a roll. And this piece of flower is the bottom of that flower. A Recollections clothespin that I had, and I want to say I got this from Hobby Lobby. It may be their brand, so I'm not sure. So I wish I could remember the name of this darn paper stack. And as you can tell, maybe you can't, but this is actually upside down. It's supposed to be a chandelier, but hey, it's art, so it'll be okay. You can still write on the back side of it. A tuck spot with wax paper. This is a piece of scratch paper that was left over. And I put a paper clip on there to hold it in, so because this paper is not very strong. And that's it. And this is, I want to say a Spellbinders die. And I just created a tuck spot for these tags right here. And I use a doily to make a pocket. And that's just a tag you can write on it. Another envelope, I apologize. And this is just an envelope that I altered with some scraps that were on my desk, trying to get it cleaned off. So the other end of the paper bag, I'm sorry, glassine bag. And these are just pieces of paper that were left over. I created tags and put them in here. The back side of the journal printable kit. And I made a pocket using the lattice die. And this is one of those Burpees printables, the flowers. So I'll make sure I put the name of the paper stacks in the comments because I don't remember what they are. And an envelope using the punch board. And I believe I did not fill up the pockets on these. So. And the Martha Stewart edge punch die. I really like that die. It's one of my favorites. I don't know why these pages are still, okay. And again, like I said, I'm just trying to use up paper that I've had for a while. The paper that comes in the 180 sheets to a stack. I don't think I'll be buying any more of those because it takes you forever to use them up. And this is the other side of the doily. It has some small tickets in it. Another piece of the wax paper. I think I'm going to use tracing paper going forward, not this paper. That way you can write on it. And this one I used some Lindy Stamp Gang on it. I don't know what color it is. And I laid the doily down. The doily is a Martha Stewart doily. It comes in the pack. And I laid it down and then sprayed. And that's the image that you see in the background. I'm just writing. And this is the last signature. And this is a download. I used some the varnish, multi-medium matte varnish on here to make it a little bit stiffer. Another page from the journal kit. And I used a doily punch and used a circle punch to put this on. And a bag with some tags in it and more paper that was left over from the book. And that's just a tuck spot using some items that were on my desk, trying to use them up. And this is a journaling spot. And this is a pocket this is a printable. I adhered it on kind of crooked. I didn't want the pocket to go straight up, and these come out. Just places for writing. And one more tag in the back. And a doily. I apologize. Sorry about that. And this is actually a pocket. And Deli Girl did a journal where she used a bunch of flowers on a corner pocket, and I really like that idea. I need to use up some of the flowers that I have, and being able to put this many on one page is a great idea. So thank you, Deli Girl, for that idea. And this is a download. This is just I believe it's the inside. When you punch something, when you die cut something, this was the inside part from that. So another envelope. Excuse me, I'm catching a cold, guys. And I laid this is the Tim Holtz, I think it's weathered clock or time or something. I just laid it on here, sprayed, and then let it dry. Let's see. And I really like this one. I've done altered books before, but it was keeping some of the pages in the book, and I actually prefer taking the pages out and adding your own pages in, but I like both of them. So these are all downloads. You can journal on the back of them. And guys, journal is nothing but a different word for writing. So if you keep diaries, if you like keeping notes, just writing down anything that you want to write down. It doesn't have to be a journal for anything specific. If you need to write down your appointments or whatever you want to write down, that's all it is. You're journaling it, you're writing it, you're recording it. So, and this is an envelope. I adhered it to this page back here with some washi tape. You can put what you want to put inside of here and close it. You can tuck something under here. And this is the back page. And again, I did the back page the same. This is actually an envelope, I'm sorry. There's nothing in there. I didn't put anything in the envelopes. I brought the back cover up. You can kind of see it right there to keep the book in one piece. So this is a download. This is scraps of paper that were left over. So I hope you guys enjoyed my book. I will make sure that I post the paper stacks that I use in the description. If you have any questions, please let me know. Please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.